Hello and welcome back. I am Alira. I wanted to say hello. And you can see I've got a new shirt, kind of. Got a different color. Kind of like that better. Anyway, I decided to create a new seed, and over that way, the way I just punched, is where a second uh, village is. And so, yeah, I really, just gonna tell you, I really wasn't super pleased with the the seed that that I'd originally recorded on, and wasn't happy with it. I wasn't feeling inspired, so I thought, why not? We're just gonna do something different. And it took me a while to find a seed that I that I was feeling kind of inspired by. So, as you can see me kind of wandering around, going, I discovered, oh hey, there's food and wool, yay! And there's dogs and there's pigs. So anyway, well, I'm just gonna, I might interject in between, but just kind of a quick talk. I'm just trying different things here, so I'm still kind of learning the whole recording and of video and audio process and things like that. So, um, yeah. So this is um, the one village, the big village that I have. And then there's a smaller one, not far away, also in a plains biome. So like I said, I'm planning on, eventually, I might have said, I don't remember, but I'm gonna merge the two, and they will be kind of like eventually one big, one large village, city, whatnot. And then once I get that done, I'll probably go to another um, biome, and slightly different, a different biome, and make um, a build in there, maybe a village, maybe I don't know, whatever. I just whatever I figure out I want to do. I kind of like making villages in a way, so that might be the most, the biggest thing that I'll do, but we'll see what happens. So, um, but anyway, so uh, basically right now I'm looking around, cleaning things up, kind of getting the lay of the land, um, and seeing babies, and I kind of bothered this little guy. He's like, hey, messing with the little guy. Yeah, I'm just was checking everything out, seeing what was in here, if there's anything in the chests and all that. This was a nice little place that in a little double house, or double, whatever you want to call it. So, kind of a double wide. Jokingly call it a double wide. So yeah, so mostly right now I'm just exploring, and I do a little bit of cleanup here and there. Just seeing who's around, what's going on. Just kind of, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. So let's see. And you can see that I'm building a thing. Why I created a bed first, I don't know. I guess because, hey, I've got the wool. I can make a bed. Duh. But anyway. So, yeah, I did. There were some things about the other seed that I liked, or one thing about the previous seed that I liked, which was the ship in the side of the cliff. But, you know. So, um, so yeah, that's the deal with that. So I just took me a couple of weeks, or a little over, or about a week. Well, maybe not that long, but I stewed about it for a bit, thought about things, and thought, I'm just not inspired by this seed. It just wasn't doing it for me. So this one might have a little bit better. I guess I could check out the whole map, on the how you can take a look at the whole. If you put in a seed, you can find, the world seed. You can see, what biomes are where and all that. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. So, yeah, excuse me. So yeah, so here I'm just cleaning up. I'm still just kind of wandering around trying to decide what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just still exploring. Um, and this guy gets a little pushy with me. It's like, really, dude? But the good thing is I end up with eventually I end up with a, oh, that's where I got my compass, the compass. And then I end up getting a clock as well, and I can't remember where I got it, but, you know, not there, because I got the leather armor there. At least I know I've got another leather tunic. So I'm gonna have to dye those leather pieces. That'll be fun. So yeah, so here I'm just trying to figure out, or just exploring still, finding the mason. Yep. At least I I don't have to do a mason. So that right there is the house that I end up. And there, that spot to the right that I was looking at a couple of times, that's going to be a fun place too. So, and so I'm going to put down that. And what was I making? Oh yeah, I was gonna make. Oh, I was gonna finally make an axe, I believe. And I was trying to figure out why I wasn't. I don't know. Oh, it was because I was missing sticks, and I was like, oh, well, duh, sticks, more sticks. And so I made a fence gate. That's right, because yeah, and because when you have a door, the villagers can come in and use your bed, and I'm like, I don't want them in my bed. Thank you very much. So, yeah. So, and then oh yeah, I made a chest, and so put stuff away. Yay. Anyway, so, and also, in case you didn't see it earlier, that's an empty pen. Open the gate. Nobody's gonna show up in there. Oh well. Maybe that black sheep, but I don't think so. There is a ruined portal not far, like right next door to one of the. In fact, you can kind of see it as I'm coming up there. And I, attempt to kill my knees. So I'm, taking a look and seeing, and then this little house is kind of a nice spot to kind of incorporate into the portal area. I thought, oh yeah, this is where I get the clock. Forgot. So I'm really excited to have all that, and I just yeah, I took that. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this. What I'm gonna do. So I take this little dude and I end up putting him in the little house next door that practically gets burned down. Not really, but I figured, I'll use it as part of the build for this area for the portal, and yeah, that's kind of where I was at that moment. Yay, I get to use my new. I don't know what I think I might have been yelling at the dog at this moment because finally she's quiet, so that's why I'm finally recording over voiceover. Bleh. So, yeah. I kind of was a little all over the place, but I was really excited. I was enjoying playing around with this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that building there, but we'll see. I have an awful lot of there's a lot of houses, with beds and stuff, could still call them residential buildings, like houses. So, places like buildings with beds in them, houses, sure. So yeah, I think there's like a couple, three, but yeah, there's quite a few buildings with houses in them. And yeah, I'm trying to rescue this freaking thing. And at one point, when I'm over here, I accidentally stand on the magma blocks, and I was like, ouch, that hurts. So, trying to fill this in. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's starting to get dark. So, and gotta deal with the fire. Sometimes being a Minecrafter is putting out fires, and then here I'm discovering, oh yeah, you can't break netherrack with your fists. So, and I was debating on putting wood in there, but I thought, nope, wait a minute, not a good idea. And it was getting dark, and I couldn't remember where I had decided to have my main outpost, or whatever you want to call it, my main base for base of operations. So I was lost, pardon me. I was a little lost, so, you know, so I kind of ended up all the way over here. This area is pretty nice because it's really close to a jungle biome, and you probably saw earlier that there's also a spruce forest, or so there's some jungle logs and some spruce logs that are available. And I picked up a egg. Still trying to figure out where am I, but you'll see what happens. And I'm like, okay, good. There's security on duty, fortunately. Yeah. See, there's the close that guy's door. Yeah, there's the birch wood. So yeah, so that's that. And then I found my way back to the double wide, and I don't know what I was thinking, and I just used this bed temporarily. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna have to do something. So yeah, I bunked down next to one of the farmers apparently. And I eventually clean up the farms until they're not so easily trampled. I may have to do some other non-tramp or anti-trampling measures. I need to put some anti-trampling measures in place. Yeah, I was just checking to see, is this mine? Yes. Yeah. So there we go. Hello. That's a leather worker. So yeah. And then I see the sheep. Yes. Sheep. Yep. So I go in. Sometimes I just have a really hard time aiming stuff in the in game. And putting stuff away, trying to decide what I need for running around and all that. So here we go. So yeah, making more sticks, making more planks, making bacon pancakes. No, not making bacon pancakes. I don't know that show really well, but I know that song because I'm a bit of a fan of the voice actor who does Jake the dog. So he was supposed to tell us at one point whether Jake was supposed to be a pug. Oh, I think Jake's supposed to be a pug, but oh well. But pugs are just some awesome companions, I'll tell you that. Because I grew up with a pug. Her name was Essie, and she was just the sweetest little thing. And here I am getting the first coal. Takes forever with a wooden pick. So we're doing this. Yay! Whoops, didn't finish. I guess I got a little anticipate, or little kind of like yeah. And then I get this guy. So what I end up doing, you'll see it on the playback, is I end up making this because I thought, this looks pretty cool. So I think I'm going to use this as the mine entrance. So I made a mine entrance. So, yeah, you'll eventually see that. And yeah, so getting my coal for things. Yeah. There we go. Getting achievements. Achievement. if we want to sound fancy. Oh, yeah. I knew I needed a stone pickaxe to do some of the rest of this. And I put the dite, little dite doesn't height. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, I didn't think about using this for a mine entrance until a little bit later, but it was kind of perfect because the road just goes, the pathing just goes right up there, right up to the wall, to the cliffside, and I was like, hey, what a perfect spot. I didn't realize just how awesome this spot really, this seed so far, or at least the beginning of this seed for me is. And then here I am, like, realizing, oh, that's not cool. So I blocked that up. I didn't want the villagers to get in trouble and get hurt and, have the zombies getting them. And, oh, well, yeah, helps to not use an axe to mine stone. So, yeah, and I tend to pick up almost everything I can. I'm just not really a hoarder, but Oh, hello. Oh, he is unemployed. So here I come back over here to the portal, and I think I end up spending a good portion of time on this portal area. Oh, yep, there's me standing on the couch. I forget you can. I remembered just in time that I could crouch. Oh, yeah, here's some of the wheat or the bread. So we're going along. I don't know I forget what I'm doing here. But I'm going through and just trying to assess a little bit more, and I start clearing things out. I'm going back up to my little outpost, or my little post, or whatever you want to call it. My inpost, outpost, I don't know. What do you call it? So just enjoying a nice, fun time in the crafting of the mine, and getting my first torches for myself. Torches are helpful. Decoratively, they don't look great, but otherwise, they're pretty decent. They're useful. They have their uses. I know some people hate them, but, yeah, so, planks, yep. So, but I think I'll primarily use oak. I'll probably set up a bit of a pallet, probably at or near the mine, just to kind of have something to look at. And I was thinking about using strip variations of some of the other woods that are nearby to see how they look with the oak. So I'll do the regular oak logs, stripped oak logs, and planks, and all that, and see how I like it. So, yeah. So I guess this will be kind of like yet another episode 1, but it's actually 2. I don't know. It's having false starts. It's so much fun. I'm hoping. Yeah, no, you cannot. No, you're unemployed right now. I'm hoping to employ you, sir. Hopefully you will be employed. Okay. Picking up stuff. Yep, I'm just going to chop this jungle tree down. Yep. Make some really crazy noises as you're chopping down the trees. Like when the vines. It's like, wait a minute. And of course, they're very, very tall, so you don't quite get up. I thought I was done after 2. Oh. Nope, I had to do 1 more block. And then we go down. So, that's me doing that part. Getting that, and then I saw the pumpkins, because of course you can see the pumpkins are pretty noticeable, and then I realized that, oh hey, there's also melons. Hey, so we could have a really robust farm, because these guys also have carrots in addition to wheat already created or already growing. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, looking around. I've just been kind of I really was enjoying this. I was feeling, like I said, a bit more inspired. I always find it's always fun to kind of do the chopping this stuff from the top down. I don't know what it is I like about it, but I do. So it's fun to do that. Yeah. Oh. So yeah. So yeah. So yep, more cutting. Yeah, you get to hear me cutting. I don't hear it as I record this voiceover, but I see it, and I can, I went through it. So I'm checking out, picking up one of the pumpkins. I guess I could have grabbed that one instead. Oh well. I'm just cleaning the paths up, because it's like, wait a minute, why do you have, grass right in the middle of the path block? I guess it would make sense in real life, because paths tend to have weeds and stuff growing in them, but oh well. So yeah. So yep, going through, there's another farmer, and I think that's the cartographer that was right behind him, I think. So yeah, we're just going along. It's about time to sleep again, so we gotta sleep. Yeah, see, there's like like a tree right in the middle of the path. That's just odd, but okay. But yeah, this little house here that was generated was perfect, because it's up at a nice height that I can see everything in this little village with my cocoa beans in my hand. Oh, and I'm left-handed, so in real life, so I switch things so that I have, my hand is my left one is the predominant one in the game too, because it just makes more sense to me. It just works. So yeah. Well, yeah. I might do a little bit of I might try. Nah, I won't. I was thinking about doing the speed or time lapse, speed run, whatever. Not speed run, but time lapse. But anyway, yeah. So here's another tree that was in the middle of the path, and here's another one. So it's kind of nice to have those. So I just have a lot of stuff that I can use. So, even if I don't use, some of these other, in the actual builds themselves, they can also be used as sticks. So that's the nice thing, is sticks doesn't matter what kind of wood you used. So, yay, that works for me. So, yep, going and just chopping down trees, being a tree's worst enemy. Or worst friend. Because I guess a worst enemy or worst friend would be, could be an enemy, don't you think? Maybe. Comment kindly down below. That's what I do want to say, is that, I like to have fun. I enjoy, and I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I'm doing this for fun. I'm not necessarily doing it for profit. If it goes that way, cool. If it's not, well, that's fine too. But if you're not enjoying it, I don't want you to stick around and be upset and unhappy, and and make which makes me unhappy, and that's I don't want that for you. So if you enjoy kind of the cozy vibe, that's great. Please keep listening and watching. Eventually, I will have do these with voice at the same time as I'm playing, so a little more often. Yeah. So I mean, I just want you to look out for your own mental health as well as mine. Well, I'm looking out for my mental health by also looking out for yours. Hey. And that's also something that I am working on training to be is a therapist, basically, or cleaning up, or a counselor, basically. So yeah, so um, yeah, so I thought, well, that'd be kind of a nice idea. Oh yeah, here I am syncing the I'm just putting the composters down into the on street level, so to speak, on level with the dirt, so that they're not a problem. But anyway, yeah, I just people that are super mean. I know that that are mean to uh, content creators. You know, um, there's no real reason for it. Um, because you're just making yourself mostly miserable and making somebody else miserable for no good reason, really. Ultimately, I mean, there's very little that is that important. I mean, yeah, life and death, but that's all there is to it. That's it. So is it, is making somebody else feel like garbage on the internet, is that really healthy for you? Is that really helping your mental health? Like, really, honestly, you don't have to answer me, but you know, just think about it. I don't want anybody. You don't need to say anything to me. That's between you and you and yourself. You yourself and you. Um, so, yeah, because I you know, just want to try to create a little bit more healthy a healthy community if I can eventually, if that's the way this goes, which would be fine with me. Yeah, I just want people to you know be kind to each other. um, there's a lot of garbage going on in the world, and has been going on for the longest time. um, so I just want to have a place where we can all feel, people that come here that can feel like they can, relax, enjoy some fun, fun stuff. Maybe suggest some ideas of what to do in this infinite world, in this InfiniVerse, shall we say? So yeah, and I'm learning. So if you're having a hard time, I'm sorry. If you're so used to, I know you're used to, people like, I don't know, like B-dubs and um uh who is it, the guy with the mustache character, um Mumbo, and I'm also right now watching some Mythical Sausage videos. They're very well done. There's a lot of well done videos, and I'm still learning, and I'm trying to figure out, you know. Oh, there's me getting the melon. So I can eventually make more. Um, okay, so I've got, pardon me, got three farms. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I just don't want people to have a bad time here by getting for lack of a better word, bullied by other people, because you know um, as a one of the original, the one of the where kind of nerds and geeks kind of started from, basically in the 80s. That's me. I'm one of those original nerds slash geeks. So I didn't like being discriminated against, I guess you could say. I didn't like um, people treating me different, like I was a pariah or whatever. Um, I just didn't like that. I didn't want to treat other people that way. And so I do my best. Sometimes I might accidentally do something stupid and say something stupid, and I'll apologize ahead of time if I do. So, but if I do say something that's insensitive, or or that you believe is insensitive or rude, please do let me know kindly. And it never is intended to be mean or anything like that. Just please don't be mean don't be mean to me. I don't intend to be mean. And I am teachable, even though I'm older. Uh, but I'm teachable. I like to learn, and I like to learn about people, and I like people. So I just would love to. I would just love to have a positive experience, and hopefully have a positive impact on whoever watches these videos. Yeah. So yeah. So I think mostly a lot of it for me is mostly about positive. Yeah, that's me going, dang it, fell down, darn it. Um, it's just about me having, enjoying sharing what I'm doing with you that are watching this. And maybe having some heartfelt talks here and there. But yeah, if there's something that you feel like you want to have spoken about, have a discussion about, please, that's not a problem to send that, or put that in the description. That's appreciated. Avid MC is also the other user or other creator that I have more recently found that I have really appreciated. He has done some amazing music that I have really appreciated, and I will probably, since he's said before, and I'll double check with him, that he's okay with people using his music in their videos. So I will double check with him. But I did purchase his album, the one album that he has out. Actually, two of them. And yeah, I just kind of, he's got a good vibe, and if I can match a similar vibe, maybe not exactly the same vibe, because he has like seriously ADHD, and I love that about him. He's a lot of fun. But I try to be. I am on the autism spectrum. I wasn't found out until really late in life, but I knew that I was different. So I try to be inclusive, and there I am going to sleep. Gotta sleep. Oh, hey, that night went fast. So, yeah. Oh, there I am with my hoe out again. I must have. Yeah, I think I was looking for spots in the farms that need to be tilled again. So, because they keep on trampling the ground. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Because of course the farmers don't till the ground themselves. Would be nice if they did. It's like, guys, you're just next to useless. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's just kind of strange that they don't. But I guess because then they would go around tilling all the grass and non-path blocks, I guess. So, oh well. Because then there would have to be a lot of programming done, and I'm not a programmer. So, anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to try to see what I can do to make these villages look nice as well as function nicely. And I don't want to, I don't use really any mods. The only mod that I really use is my right now is my um, rainbow colored XP bar. Um, I try to use, you know, um, mod loaders and stuff like CurseForge and all that, but um, I don't know. I just have a hard time because the mods are kind of lagging behind the updates, and some of the mod loaders are like um, what do you call it? Uh, a version or two behind, and I'd kind of like to, be able to do the happy gast. I have one in my city, my villager city world, and so I thought I'd like that. So I want to be able to do that in this world, so that you can see how I do it and how I mean, it's not. Pardon me. It's not that hard. Fortunately, it just takes a bit of patience. Um, but they're just super cute. The gastlings are just adorable. I think they're just super adorable. And then the adult ghasts are really nice. The happy ghasts are really helpful, and I really appreciate them very much. So, and they're a lot of fun to use for building, especially if you're trying to make a big build. So that's one of those things. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a happy ghast and um, use it for building stuff. Excuse me, taller stuff. I'm just leaving all this stuff in, guys. This is kind of my first try back. Yeah, here I am. I'm trying to get rid of all the lava. Getting rid of the lava. And yeah, so I might do some musical bits. I don't know. I might try to do do the rest when this starts up, when I'm focusing on this. I'm going to try to do a time lapse. I'll try it because it is kind of boring and irritating, and kind of like sand. It's coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. So, those of you old time nerds, sort of old time nerds. Anyway, so yeah, just kind of getting rid of that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I'm just so amazed at how much netherrack is in this, and as well as the magma blocks. Well, not magma cubes, because those are the mobs or over in the nether, but the magma blocks. So it's just pretty wild. So yeah, and I don't have a diamond pick to do that. So yeah, here's where I'm gonna start. I think this is where I started doing this in earnest, and this will take a bit. So here we go. And just like that, hopefully I don't have to do too much of that kind of thing. But I think I did all right with the time lapse and the speed. First time I've done it. Hopefully, you know, worked out okay. Um, so here I'm just getting some more wood, and I'm going to be heading over to what's going to end up being the mine entrance. So grab that. I'm getting things set up for the portal, the portal station, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I'll figure. I'll probably put some signs on some of the major points here. So yeah. So there's that. Pardon. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just kind of like putting things away and getting things. You're gonna see some more of this stuff before the end, but it'll be definitely time lapsed, so not a problem. It just got really tiring, and I'm like, okay, I need to take a break. So that's why I was like shaking my head. It's like, yeah, so tired. So yeah, so that's what I've got for now. Is that, and I'm getting. Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah, I plopped that little guy up there because I had taken him out of the little house. So I figured, yeah, what the heck, I'll put him someplace. And there's me using that bed just to go to sleep temporarily. That's so fun. I take that out of there. Debated on putting it in there in this thing, but I thought, nah, that's not exactly related to the portal. So I end up, you'll see, I end up putting it in my main place. And I've got to very much smooth these things out. Yeah, I just need to kind of smooth things out. I'll be putting in slabs and stuff to make it not so crazy, not so jumpy. Where you have to go jumping up and down. So I'll just put some slabs and/or stairs in there, mostly slabs, just to kind of smooth things out and put all this stuff away. Yep. I'm just kind of putting things in at least a fairly logical spot for me. So, yep. I hung on to some of the apples that I've gotten from after that. And there's my pick. And there we go. And, oh, what did I do? Did I? Nope, not yet. I haven't figured it out just yet. That I was going to do something. I think yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no, I was looking at this and going, oh, that goes right into the side of the mountain. Hey, let's do this. So there we go, another time lapse. So let's have fun. Just watching it for a second. Do 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 do, and then I go back, and I make pickaxe and that, and did I make a sign? I made sign. I made signs, and I put in the mine. I kind of got a little confused as to how to get to the line. The line. There we go. I'm at the mine. Duh. Anyway, so there we go. 3x3 on the horizontal and the vertical, and just made it all super simple. And eventually I'll have a way down and a way back up. So I'll probably be putting in a bubble elevator or a bubble vader, however you want to call it. And eventually, I'll get there. I'm pretty sure I will get there. So, but I'll have ladders and stuff like that. As soon as I start talking, I start yawning. Isn't that fun? So yeah, here's the next time lapse of me getting rid of the rest of the netherrack and all that other stuff. Kind of wanted to decide, I may use the netherrack for the portal. I may not. I don't know. I just would like to have the option, and I just wanted to get rid of the netherrack out of there so I can decide for myself what I want to do. Finding more coal. Finding coal is a very good thing. I may or may not do music. I don't know. But it's going quickly. I just kind of wanted to compress this down because, yeah, it's getting me long to watch somebody mining like this. Hey, you do it yourself. It's boring enough when you do it yourself. You don't need to have people watching you do it. So I've done this, sped this up like 500% from 100%. So, so it's just going. And so here, getting there. And that's done. I've got a lot of work to do still, but, that's what I have to do sometimes, So I'll be filling this in with random bits of blocks and bits and bobs and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, putting everything away, in the not ender chest, the chest for next to the portal. So we're going. Yeah, I'll probably in my other putting some coal in there. I'll probably put in my main home. I'll probably overlooking the village, a list of what I want to get done in this particular village, and then I'll probably have a wall someplace else that'll have what I want to get done eventually overall in this world. I've never actually completed the end without being a quote-unquote cheater, going through doing that. So here I'm putting some stuff away, and then I make a campfire to cook the mutton that I had gotten at the earlier time. I was trying to figure out where to put it. I just put it there. Somebody's probably going to walk on it. I always have those things like, oh, I'd like to be able to put something around it, but if that guy right there, if he decides he's going to stand on it, well, it's his fault, not mine. So, so we're kind of like, he's just kind of there, and he's walking away, and I didn't realize how loud their steps can be. I think I'll have to do a lot of rearranging here with the sounds and stuff, but that's okay, right? Yeah. So I go in and I'm going in here and I'm deciding to make some I'm gonna make some ladders to go up. Yeah, I'm gonna make ladders to go up. Actually, it's starting to get dark, but pretty soon I'm gonna make I'm going to make ladder go up, so I'll go up in that way. I just seeing what pick isn't gonna work real well. I'm gonna go in there and make some adjustments there so I can use the top. I'm trying to see if I can get in there. There we go. Nighttime. Betty bye. Yay. So I'm up and excuse me. And so I just go ahead and looking around. Okay, get some sticks, girl. Get some sticks. So I got sticks. I'm gonna make a set of one set of 3 ladders, and then it took me a second to figure out why I didn't have enough for a trapdoor, and I mean like maybe 2 seconds. So, but that's okay, So hopefully this isn't too long of a video. Hopefully you're enjoying this. But yeah, I'm going to make kind of like I'm taking the top off, the roof off of this, and using it as kind of a observation platform, so it's a little easier for me to see what's going on. So there, I'm trying to figure out how to do the trapdoors. And I'm like, the first time around, I was like, why can't I do this? Oh, wait a minute, don't have enough. And trapdoor. Then I end up making. I kept on having to go back and forth a few times. Sorry about that. I had to go back and forth a few times, trying to figure out. Oh shoot, I need more. I need to make more fences. So, but you know, there I am cleaning off the top like layer of roofing. Here we go, adding that little dude, and I find that there's a hole in there. There's another hole in the roof, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just cover that. Why not? So I'm just doing that, and cut, plump, 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 and okay, well, and go down. I'm not always the most efficient. I understand that. So I just, did that. Did I do the fence gates? No, I was just looking. Okay, so I was just looking around. I'm not gonna worry how pretty the flooring is in here or on here. I don't really care, because it's just for me to observe everything else. I may eventually make it pretty, but right now, not so much of a priority. Right now, I'm just cleaning. I think that's one of the signs is going to be inside or on the top or whatever, is smooth out paths, prettify the buildings and or the village. I was trying to decide if I liked that or not, because it's like half on the slat or on the stair and half not, kind of, on those fence posts. Kind of weird, but anyway. Oh, here I am made another set. I probably should have counted how many I needed. I'm sometimes a bit silly. Now I finally counted. Hey, I need 8 more. So that means I need to make 3 sets of 3. Of 3 fence gates. Or fence posts. Fences, whatever. So, yeah, so there's that. So go back up. And then finish it off so I don't fall down and really break my ankles. And then I think I'm going to put I think on the top of this, I'll probably, the top of this last little guy, I think I'll probably put a lantern or something on top, just to make it, or maybe I'll do like a light sensor type of thing that'll turn on. Yeah, I'm just pointing out all the areas, and yeah, so we'll make this place pretty. We'll make it fun and interesting, I hope. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions of what I can do, if you have videos that, like video tutorials or just idea videos to help me kind of get some inspiration, maybe stuff that made you, inspired you, that would be amazing. So, yeah, so anyway, yeah, there's that. And me just looking around again. So, yeah, so I really appreciate you spending the time. I know that took a while. Anyway, yeah, so feel free to subscribe. Definitely like, and I really appreciate it. And say goodbye to the bumblebee and the cat back there. So hopefully you have a good day, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Goodbye!